Welcome to I Aspire with my shamanic eye. Gabrielle here. All right. So we are going to look at Venus in Pisces. And I can openly admit that I have been very critical of this placement. I don't have this placement, but I don't know. It just gives me the ick. So we're going to resolve that. I don't know if that is, I don't know. It's just one of those things, but I can own it. And now that I've owned it, it seems to be much more humorous. I think it's because the people I have encountered in life, and I've been tracking their sun, moon, rising, right? Uh, who have had that placement and the interaction thereof. Okay, so some of it's highly just subjective to the individuals. Others, it really just feels like a wicked placement um, to me, because those people in time have, in my experience, revealed levels of perversion and ill, right? And so let us take a look, okay? Venus, okay? It's actually in this exalted space in Pisces. That's what makes this wild to me, okay? Rulers, Taurus and Libra, so check where you have those placements, even though it is Venus and Pisces, same time, right? There's a difference between the signs, the planets, etc., etc. All right, it's in fall, right? Meaning it feels out of control, right? In Virgo, and that might have a lot to do with my own perceptions, given my born sign, if you will. I've gone through so many deaths and rebirths at this point. I couldn't tell you what my sign is. It feels like all of them simultaneously, all the time, and nothing at all. It's funny, but anyway, it symbolizes love and beauty and pleasure. Its natural house is both the second and the seventh, hence the Taurus Libra parallels, right? Second house, that's um, foundations, heredity, companionship, all that good stuff. I want to get it right, all right? Okay. Values, feelings, self worth, talent, social privilege, heredity, cultural background, possession, security, earning ability to make money. Okay. And on the other side, you have the seventh house, which is the house of relationships. Okay. These energies, the second house is fixed in Taurus and it is cardinal in the seventh. That is the house of friends, partners, marriage, your individuality, your relationships, contracts, partnerships, lower courts, and the law. Okay, so now just so we're aware, right? Pisces is the artistic, charitable, creative, dedicated dreamer, the humble, imaginative, impressionable, idealistic, introvert, mystical, peaceful, serious, and spiritual, timid self. Okay, that's some of the attributes that Pisces is known for. On the other side of it, it can be careless. They can suffer from escapism and be very indecisive. Hence, the two fishes going in different directions. All right. It's also the throat chakra. In the anatomy, Venus is connected to the throat, the cheeks, the kidneys, internal reproductive organs. In tarot, it is the Empress card. And we kept pulling it and pulling it. And so it's like they were preparing us for this beautiful Venusian energy. And I just want to show you the graphics. Isn't that beautiful? Look. Oof. Okay. It is the dominion of desire. I'm not going to read all of this to you. It's one of those things. I treated myself to this book. I went through it like mad and then I put it down because it was a lot. All the interpretations of Venus that they could accumulate in astrological references. And so, again, the artistic, right? I'm just just sharing. Oh, that's Mars. Okay. So let's put that over here. So this energy, as I cut the deck to the Ace of Wands, right? We were just talking about Libra, 7th house, tarot, you know, the scales and the major arcana, the Justice card, right? Balance. But you, this creative force, right? Ace of Cups. Woo, there's the Fool. 4 of Wands. Contracts, marriages, partnerships, right? Look at that. This is a beautiful moment. Look, wow. And for all of us to be inspired by this energy and to use it for creative and pursuits, especially when it comes to speaking, writing, daydreaming, all of these things, right? There's that beautiful Piscean energy again, coupled with the energy, this overt Jupiterian, okay? I'm not an astrologer, but I'm learning, and as I get downloads, I share them, okay? And so here we are, right? The sense of renewal, possibilities for love, and inspired conversations, you know, that idealistic and like really the dreamer, right? There's no point in fighting it, right? Don't use the energy for opposition. Use the energy for its creative pursuits. Knight of Cups, okay? Look, but whatever you're deciding to put that energy and effort into in this big, 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 big Venusian energy, protect it, okay? Because it feels all at once, but at the same time, these are seeds that have taken some time to grow. And so if there's been any sort of artistic blocks or this, that, just they're gone. In real time, they are gone. I do feel like the energy of reconciliation, because the energy of Venus, not to mention the moon is also in Venus right now. And so there are things that have been hidden that are, is even an emotional sense of self that will be pontificated upon during this, the 3 days that the lunar cycle is in this conjoining energy that Venus is in, although that transit will be a little bit longer. Yes, but there will be beautiful opportunity for relationships, to formalize them, for business plans. Again, there's that Taurus connection. Here we see there is Libra, there is Taurus, and so there is beautiful, beautiful energy. You know, y'all really making me want to look. Venus enters Pisces. Okay, so there is, I believe that's a conjunction between Venus in Pisces and Mars in Leo today, this evening, as a matter of fact. 6:41 Eastern Standard, 3:41 Pacific time, okay? Yeah. There's a lot going on. Like tomorrow in particular will be quite fortuitous. If you have one of the ephemeris or something like that, look it up and look at the transits for tomorrow. It feels fortuitous. Yeah. So if there's a chance for you to get up, get out, do that. Interact, be amongst people. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, there's a sense of urgency. Wow. To rectify, to heal people who you have distanced yourself from along the way. But either way, it will be surprising on how much people have been holding back. Okay. Take these opportunities as they come. Interesting. Refocus. Protect your energy, okay? How long will this transit last, actually? I'm quite curious. Until the 8th. No, no, no. I'm sorry. Wrong book. What? Are you serious? I just observed that Lunar New Year actually happens this year in January on the 29th. Wow, that seems early. That seems really early. Oh. Okay. So the first run will be January 2nd through February 4th, and it will return to Pisces again. Wait. Yeah, Venus will return to Pisces in March through, okay, that's that Venus retrograde. Okay. Because remember, all of 2024, there was no Venus retrograde. And I was like, nah, it's important to remember that, okay? But there will be one this year. Whoa. Okay, so here's the tee hee hee about this Piscean energy, right? Again, that retrograde will be split between the signs of Aries and Pisces from March 1st to April 12th. Okay. Then it says this placement encourages heightened sensitivity compassion, and desire for a deeper connection. Again, it's considered exalted. And additionally, a rare celestial conjunction will occur as six major planets converge in Pisces on March 30th. Okay? Okay. So emotions, feelings, everything's going to be running really, really high, but allow those feelings to be inspired. Um, Again, I feel a lot of amends because there was a lot of unnecessary battling and fighting and warring energy, uh, specifically because of the North Node placement. But again, we have drastic shifts because the North Node changes into the sign of Pisces, and so this this emotional return, all of a sudden people are going to feel very bad about their antics, about their pettiness, about their jealousy. It's going to come full circle, and it's going to come down to I'm sorry, I was jealous. I didn't realize I was being jealous. Spirit is showing these folks, not to mention the escapism that people were running away from their problems or their perceived problems. Yeah, yeah. These people were stuck in these toxic situations, low vibrational situations. I will say there is an energy I'm picking up on that someone needs help. And one of these people who will be coming to make amends during these rapid changes that are transpiring with this transit, they need you, okay? A lot of these people could be within your own family, especially for those of you who have distanced yourself. Yeah. Now they need your assistance. You know, the scapegoat, because that's what it's feeling like. All of the burdens, all the problems, all the responsibilities were being placed and thrown unduly onto the collective. And now that you're not there to be a part of the blame game, those chickens are coming home to roost. And I do feel like these people will attempt to play on your compassionate nature to attempt to get this reconciliation off the ground. There's people who are going to be, that I'm feeling and seeing already, who are kind of hovering to see if you're dating someone, to see if there's a chance that you would give them a second chance, if you will. This is someone who I feel like grossly mismanaged your feelings, your connection, when they had the opportunity. They're coming across as the King of Wands. Right. It feels as though this person now understands the depth of their own feelings for you. Now they're feeling like they're in love, but they are definitely watching. I feel like you come across as someone who is very stable, and so they can't decide by the information that they ascertain on whether or not you're in a commitment or if you just take really, 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 really good care of yourself. Not to mention, you don't talk to people like that. You keep your business to yourself. Right, right. I feel like after the fact, this person, like I said, after the fact, this person recognized the type of connection, but I feel like they were intimidated by it. You made this person so fucking happy. Happy is what I was trying to say, but I'm looking at this. The energy between you was deep, and it was a lot. It was intense. It gives intense. That's because if there's this sort of wish fulfillment, happily ever after sort of ethereal energy between you, like there was peace, there was rest, there was comfort, all of these things. Not to mention, this is what y'all future look like. Look, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and there is the Ten of Swords, because this person betrayed you, King of Wands, by their actions, left you high and dry. Look, 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 look. Now, again, spirit be messing with people in the dream space, it feels as though, showing them what they walked away from. And I don't feel like it's a one-off. I feel like it's a reoccurring sort of dream. You knew. Queen of Swords, you saw through all the intense chemistry. Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, Moon to the Star. You recognize that there was some sort of destined whatever between you guys, and that's just what it was. I don't even know if you said anything. You were just willing to see where it went. Knight of Swords, Page of the Wands, and the World card, right? But I feel like you got on your own path. Six of Pentacles. You found balance and harmony in spite of this person's uh treachery, leaving you high and dry. Ten of Swords to the Five of Pentacles is it's treacherous. It's high and dry energy. And then there's the Tower, because I feel as though, yeah, you held back from this person and went on your merry way. Yeah. Now I feel like this person is literally traumatized and triggered because they now have this enlightenment. This is the person spying. This is the person in your energy, in particular, that I'm picking up on. I saw them peeking through. This person mismanaged your feelings. They truly did. They juggled you. I feel like they dropped the ball. Right. For you, it was more so you were going to see it could go either way. Right. You were willing to go along with the plan at the same time. You can't help how things play out, but it's heavy. The energy was intense between you, but knowing this truth is even heavier. It's a burden. I mean, you felt the burden. You did. It was new to you too. Page of Pentacles to the Page of Swords. Like, you know, one was more curious and one was more like willing to invest with that Page of Pentacles. The ground was fertile. It was ripe. Could have been dealing with a Sag, just saw Temperance, right? Someone saw the future. You saw that it would be work. Eight of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords, and it was something worth enduring. Hangman energy. But anyway, but I feel like you move forward, and so there is again this energy of reconciliation, heredity, etc. All the things that I've already mentioned between second house and seventh house. Second house and seventh house energy. Yup. Yeah. Woo. Expect things to be balanced and new opportunity. It feels very light. But I also feel like this is the flip side of that, because Pisces are some of the sweetest, nicest, kindest, warmest people you'll ever meet on God's green earth. But at the very same time, they are psychotic. Okay? Do not mistake that energy, that kindness and compassion for weakness, for they are not weak. Do not play with the emotions, because it will backfire. That is also another thing I would like to express with the whole Venus and Pisces energy, because when we're talking about, you know, your abundance, what you've been growing and nurturing, carrying, you know what I mean? Like your it's everything. It's your legacy. It's your community. It's all the things that you get up every day and protect and go after. So those things will be fiercely guarded. Fiercely guarded. And I will say, because of their rulership of the throat and the kidneys, it's a wonderful time to detox as well. Pour into your own self-love cup right now. Yes. Focusing on your healing, your rest, your recovery will benefit the body, mind, and soul. That's interesting. That's double Capricorn. Somebody's working with the devil. I mean that. Work on your addictions, anything that you might have vices. And again, you know, we don't judge about stuff like that. You already know what it is, by the way. But this is a wonderful time to pour into you, to awaken. Look, Ace of Swords. You're going to be inspired. Look at this. Look at that. But look, these contracts, whatever you and the divine have agreed upon, just know this is the season to where you will be acutely aware of it all rolling in. Okay, so money looks good, love looks good, community looks good, everything, okay? Okay. Right. Guard against any lack mindset, okay, because it is an illusion. Stay balanced in your emotions. Don't harbor resentments. Cooler heads will always prevail, okay? This is a time to let your words and your actions meet, okay? To create something beautiful. If you do these things, right, even though it might be a little hard, you will see results. 6 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and there's the 9 of Cups, right? But again, protect it, okay? It's not a rush. Look, this is the energy. Pour into it. And if you don't understand about the attraction energy, the law of attraction, then this would be a wonderful time to look into it. Because again, what you put out is what you get back. And so be mindful. Okay. Somebody else is going to jail. I see that too. It's because it's the money aspect. Someone has been doing things, they've been stealing. Thing it doesn't belong to them. They've been stealing no matter what form that takes. There's restitution coming for that. As I say, there's restitution coming for that. Okay? You may not even be aware because you're good, you're a boss, but this is your work. You've built this, and somebody has been lying. This is about a fortune teller, 3 of Wands, so tarot, whatever, right? And this person, it's so funny because I feel like their platform could be slightly bigger than yours. Doesn't really matter about any of that, but to this person it does. They're stealing your work, and they're about to get busted for that shit. They're gonna have to. You'd be surprised. They're gonna pull all that shit down. Like for some of you, if you've had your page for like 6 years, the last 4 years, someone has been taking and ripping off your shit. They're gonna leave these people with the 2 of Pentacles, and not to mention, there's a beautiful opportunity for collaboration with bigger institutions and companies that's coming your way. Right, this person has been trying to halt your progress. I'm telling you, it's a fortune teller. You already knew this, by the way. You came across this person and they came across to you as someone who could be trusted early in your journey, right? But you, for whatever reason, I guess, and it's funny because you have fond memories of this person, but you were quite naive, quite innocent when you came across them, and this is the culprit of who's been holding you back. They don't have to be I was getting ready to say popcorn. That's so funny. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I was trying to say Pisces and Capricorn. But it came out popcorn. Interesting. Yeah. They've definitely been doing things to hold you back and at a distance, just quietly giving you the finger. Like, fuck you. Yeah. Definitely been doing things to make it harder. I feel like this person, if they had any sort of like talents and or spiritual gifts, they're not getting downloads as easily as they used to. Their connection to source is strained if there's anything um, left. But I feel like this is one of the people who will want to apologize to you for waging unnecessary war. This is someone, um, like if you're on a twin flame journey in particular, this person, I really do feel like they were misleading people on the journey intentionally for the money. Yes. Yeah, some sort of magician energy. They themselves, conjuration is what I'm getting. Trickster energy. Yes, son. High priestess. Yes, you've exposed this person, or I've exposed this person on many an occasion. I don't care. That's the job. It is what it is. I don't know you. It's not personal to me. Yeah, this person has done many things. 7 of Cups to the Death card to cause endings in your life. And I mean many, many things. And you still stand victorious. Okay. Right. It's okay. Could be a Libra. It doesn't matter. I just pick up the energy. Okay. Right. Because you might be young, but I feel like you might be a stronger intuitive than this person is the best way I could say it, because there are so many different types of talents. You know what I mean? Like this person was definitely trying to block your spiritual gifts in the way in which you present them to the world. Again, I feel like you called this because precognition has caught my eye immediately. I'm gonna keep shuffling, but it says you're being called to explore the predictions of future events, no matter if it's a few seconds or years into the future. This is what I feel like happened. You saw this coming. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of gifts. Those two back to back were pretty much the same thing. It's your ability to see past, present, future events. You know what I mean? Like it's the all knowing. Yeah, you and this person could have had some sort of past life together. All right, show me which. See, look. Energy blockage release. You're being called to explore the ability to locate, identify, and move stagnant or stuck energies within the body to heal pain and illness. Wow. For those of you who are like Reiki masters, or you do energy work, because I know a lot of people who do energy work and you can't call it Reiki. It's their own thing. Shamans have their own thing. Like they do, like as much as it's like, hey, you can go and learn from different elders as you should, but it is not a one size fit all sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, in ancient times, as much as there was a medicine man or a medicine woman to teach about the herbs and plant medicine, a lot of certain knowledge, especially food wise, was known by the majority of the people in that environment because we were subsistence, right? We lived off the land, we hunted. And so you had to know these things by default. But when we get into the healing medicines and the psychotropic, not psychotropic, psychoactive compounds that exist naturally in nature, and the harnessing and the utilizing of that powerful plant-based medicine, that requires actual know-how and tinkering. Because if you take too much of anything, it can kill you. Do you understand? And so there's a vast difference between the learning and the experience of the village shaman, so to speak, than it is of what the majority of people in the community would know. And I find a lot of stuff that they charge a great sum of money for. And I'm not shitting on anyone's education or their practice or any of that, because I am a consummate student. But again, I tell you to turn to the divine, turn to source, and it will teach you all in due time. As they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But you can't be so hard pressed and steadfast in any one tradition and or way of learning, one method, because that's not how that works. How can you see the pattern? How can you see the grand scheme if you're only locked into one? See? That's that mechanism of control, of organization, opposed to universal truths and precepts. Yeah. I was looking at the laptop like we was doing a Zoom, and I was giving this laptop some good ass eye contact. Yo, that's funny to me when that happens. By the way, okay. I feel like you've done this for yourself. I feel like whatever blind spot this was, and it's just so funny that this little baby's here, right? In the womb, incubating that beautiful energy that, again, Venus in Pisces, right? Venus, that's the goddess of love. That's the Empress card, right? And the Empress is always what? She's always pregnant. She chucked full of ideas and seeds and just creating universes and multiverses and generations, and she just got it all going on all the same time, right? She's infinitely abundant, always gestating, always creating something anew. And for every, because again, that death card has been like haunting, and so for every ending that was attempted, you were able to alchemize, transmute, release those unknown blockages. Because some things are placed there by enemies unknown and things unseen. Not to mention the perpetual, it felt like we were tapping in and picking up on this energy of sacral and solar plexus energy harvest, and people trying to utilize that creative force within for their own benefit and gain. And so if there was any sort of weird cord of attachment, any sort of like spiritual parasite, just been cutting and burnishing and releasing blockages. Yeah. What else? Ooh. Spiritual decor consultant. That's so funny. It says you're being called to explore clearing, balancing, and maintaining the subtle energy fields within a space that supports one's purpose through design and decor. Oh, excuse me. You know how sometimes people give you shit, right? They give you shit. They're like, here, take this. I'm very particular, as you should be too, about what comes and goes from your home, about what gifts you receive, because intentions matter. A lot of times, people will buy you stuff and they don't really have a sense of your design or taste, right? And so it's innocent, but a lot of times people give you things with weird intention. As a matter of fact, blink twice. Remember the red chair? Remember the red chair? Trying to find exactly the right spot for it. I mean, they were trying to use feng shui, which I totally love, and it makes so much sense. And when you get it right, your home feels absolutely amazing. I wholeheartedly think people should look into feng shui. Get the app, put the compass on your phone. It's wonderful. You got to be proactive. You know what I mean? Anyway, someone could have sent you something, they could have given you something with the intention of causing disturbance in your path, in your purpose. This could be anything from jewelry to a picture, a painting. It could be a freaking blanket. Do you understand? It could be a mirror. People love to give mirrors. Don't take mirrors from people. Look, as I say that, look, I cut the deck to spiritual house cleanser. Right. These two things go together. All of this goes together. Some of y'all are just walking, living tuning forks. You alchemize by your very presence. You release stagnant energy just by you being there. You cause inspiration by you being there. Can you imagine how irritating the ops must be, or irritated the ops must be just on this? Like, again, so your presence irritates people. Like, just the fact that you exist, right? This is all together. So maybe you've been doing this, removing things. I know a lot of people before the new year rolls in, the great purge is what I call it. Overwhelming, just get everything more clean than what it is, because most spiritual people are just a little obsessed with cleaning and tidying. I'm gonna say spiritual opposed to religious, because it's a difference. Religious people may have a reason to have a home that might appear untidy, depending on your practices. People make offerings and different things, and so to each his own. But spiritual people, you be like, no, 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 get that off the floor, no shoes, and sit back. I digress. I'm sorry. It says you're being called to explore spiritual cleansing and bringing positive energy to space by removing negativity through various methods. Exactly. Through various methods. And you will know, as I as I say, you will know as claircognizance appears, you're being called to explore and tune into your gut instincts, right? You will know what to do, how to move intuitively. That's the whole point. You and source. And I feel like someone was really trying to disrupt that connection. Surprise, you can't. That's an, oh man, they were doing quite a bit because there's clear empathy. And I feel like as much as, ooh, angel recordings, what? Right. I saw spiritual retreat hosts. I feel like that's for those who are spiritual. You know, you're actually entertaining spirits. Like your home is a portal, if you will, a conduit. You yourself, your vessel. Okay. But anyway, I feel like somebody wanted you to feel what they were feeling because I'm looking at clear empathy and then I'm looking at this Four of Pentacles. They wanted you to feel like, yeah, it's not going right. I'm barely getting by. There's not all the weird shit, right? Trying to block opportunity and your perception of opportunity from coming in, right? Trying to close down your paths, trying to close your roads, and we not doing none of that. Eight of Pentacles, and I do feel like this person did go seek somebody out to collaborate, and it's funny because I feel like they were trying to tank your gifts. They wanted you to turn dark. They wanted to compromise a child of royal lineage. Interesting. But you two protected for all of that. I'm not kidding. Because you yourself could embody this goddess of love. You have angelic protection. Knight of Pentacles, Temperance. There she is, Empress. Look, High Priestess, Knight of Swords. Like, you got some serious protectors. Your spiritual contract is too important. You are here to bring balance and harmony and to spread this beautiful light, this Venusian energy to the world. To the world. This is your mission to be this. I don't want to use the word Aphrodite but that's who you are. You're embodying the goddess of love. I think people are starting to figure it out though. Yeah, now all of a sudden they're gonna want to be your friend. They're gonna want to have a seat at the table because again, they're experiencing the blowback of their choices, of their actions. Remember, these are the same energies that were hard and fast and determined, right? To take what was not theirs. Truly. It's okay. Whew. It's interesting. It really is. Hold on, let me put those back. So your own gifts, right? They were trying to utilize against you is what this feels like. They wanted you to question your claircognizance. They wanted you to be imbalanced in your capacity to differentiate their feelings, your feelings, and all of these things, trying to bombard you with all of this, what appears to be generosity, only to confuddle and to cause energetic blockages, all of these things to stagnate your holy vessel, because spiritual house cleanser, your temple is your vessel. Your vessel is your temple, I should say. Right. Trying to cause all these delays. But I really do feel like you saw through the vast majority of these traps. Your spiritual strength and your ability to trust your instincts is bar none. Yeah, because you were truly filled with the Ace of Wands. You are filled with the Holy Spirit. That is your guide since you were a child. Like you, you and the divine since you came into this world. See, that's the tee hee hee. Those are cups. As much as those are scales, those are cups. Right? I hope you get it. So when they say people are living karma, these are the types of energies that we are referring to because you're not seeing things correctly. You're seeing this. And so it's just funny that this energy, which we have just shifted out of from last year's energy of 8, stepping into this very Venusian, lovey-dovey, my cup runneth over, all the feels, all the compassion, all the love, but at the very same time, still very balanced, still very harmonious, still very tapped in, still very fair. Again, not the time to take kindness for weakness. All of these energies that are attempting to reconcile through this season, these are the ones in particular who took you in that capacity. Right. Because I promise you, you was like, oh, okay, you can rebirth yourself. You can start anew. Most people cannot. And so if things come crashing down and crumbling down around them, they feel very much 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands. What's it going to do? Right. Because most people who spend so much time at the top, who've never actually had the struggle, if they get injured, if they suffer any sort of anything, they get into this position of impasse. They're stuck because they've never actually been challenged. 3 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, right? They've never actually had somebody with that level of faith, that level of confidence, that level of determination that I too will win by any means necessary, but I don't have to use your tactics to do it. Right. See? 5 to the 6, right. It's just really, really interesting because it's given Humpty Dumpty. They had the great fall. So be mindful. There are going to be a lot of people who are going to come crawling back, slithering in like serpent energy, trying to shed that old skin. A snake is a snake is a snake. It just gets bigger. You understand? It's not a new creature. In my opinion, snakes are best as belts, boots, and purses, and potentially a trench coat. That's it. Belts, boots, bags. Right. Snake. So be mindful. All right. I just saw the Judgment card. Be mindful of these people coming slithering their way back to you. Remember, the snake was cursed to be the lowliest of all God's creations because of their treachery. They look amazing, right? But they will do what they need to do. Okay. Exactly. Creativity. Utilize all of this energy. Now that all of these energies have been released, there's no more blockages. Everything's been purged. You are tapped in. You are emotionally clear. Your energy, everything's protected. You're good. Now take all of that creativity and be inspired. Yeah. But it's your choice. Okay. But you can utilize the balance of those energies. Remember, because we talked about Taurus, we talked about Libra, right? Both Venus dominant at the very same time, one masculine, one feminine, utilizing those energies in a very harmonious way. See how everything's in order? Hierophant, lovers, 5, 6. See what I mean? And there's those scales again. There's those cups. Okay? This is a good heads up. But there will be a lot of people from your past who will be trying to reach out and communicate. These people definitely were devilish. Okay? Now they want to heal things, but that's simply because the tables have turned. Okay? Forgiveness is free, and I feel like for most people that I get to tap into, thank God, are already on that energy. They are already on the train. They've already forgiven for their own well-being because people get used by spirit. Not everybody is used by spirit to be like, oh, bless you, my child. No, 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 no. A lot of people can get used by spirit to be antagonistic. You got to be able to irk somebody into their purpose. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. It's for your own victory, your own success. It's like sandpaper. It's just for your refinement. You know, there's the rough sandpaper, the real coarse shit. And then the closer you get to completion, it gets finer and finer and finer to where it's just the little bits. Any little high spots is just getting burnished off. Yeah, it's all for your healing. It's all for your absolute wish fulfillment. Every one of those battles that you have to go through, that's what it is, okay? Right. Your cup runneth over. Their tables have turned, okay? The ball's in your court. The power's in your hands, okay? Yes. I love it. I really do. I feel like if you utilize this beautiful creative energy of Venus and Pisces, you will see immediate results of your actions. Nine of Cups is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. You will get the wish fulfillment. All you got to do is set your course in this energy of knowing. And just know, new levels, new devils, okay? The spiritual warfare will continue because we're all being inspired to our highest and greatest good, okay? That's all it's about. Yeah. Ooh, some of y'all really got a toxic ass family in particular who you have demolished. I'm not kidding. Ten of Cups, devil. Yes. Judgment. Yes. Four of Swords. Now they're like, oh, wait, can we? Yeah, they thought they was sneaky. They thought they was tiptoeing around trying to get away with shit. They ain't get away with nothing, you jealous motherfuckers. Nothing. They was biting your back out, gossiping, nothing positive to say. Lying they fucking ass off. Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords. Just fucking lying. You know what? Because you too guarded. You too private. You already know this, though. You happy. Look, you so happy. Look. You so good on your own. Look at this shit. Nine of Cups, Justice, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Child. Look. Oh, they wanted you to struggle. They wanted you barely have anything to get by. They had no idea. Oh, they wanted you dead and gone. I saw the death card to the Four of Swords. They wanted you dead and gone, baby. Ooh, they was doing their little conjurations, and you just alchemized it all. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You used those cups, and you filled them a little fire, a little water, and you was like, we gonna temper this shit. Because love always wins. There's no higher force. These people are experiencing massive endings in their lives because they can't accept that you have actually won. They have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. They have waged unholy war against you, but you called judgment, and that's just what it is. Just know that these people are in their feelings. You could tell by the vibes something wasn't right. Like they were showing you one thing, but you was picking up something completely different. That they was hostile. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Yo, my guy said they got poor people problems. Yo, and I don't mean like finances. I mean like they just poor in spirit, baby. They broken where it count. They empty where it count. Your bank account could be that shit. It's temporary. They go up and down just like the oceans, ebb and flow. But that heart though, that heart looked like a little piece of coal. It sure do. It sure do. That heart though, poor baby. Yeah. Meanwhile, look, there you go, collective. Fine as all outdoors. This is why they can't stand your ass. That's why they want to fuck you up, man. Cause you abundant, you beautiful, you attractive, you a go-getter, you aging like fine motherfucking wine, like man, and you got the nerve to be balanced. That things work out for you, that you know, no matter what has happened, you're still sound. You're still emotionally sound. Yes. Nine of Cups. You're still comfortable. You're not all bugged out. You're not crying over spilled milk. No, you don't have to because you have a relationship with the divine. You still get new beginnings. You still protected. You still sleep real good for somebody. Right. Opportunity still finds you. Make them want to marry me. Yo, you funny with that. Somebody get really good wife. I love that saying. I do. Your abundance comes from the divine, and no matter what they try to do to hinder that, God makes a way. They truly do. Surprise. Spirit sees all. They truly do. Oh my gosh. I might float away. Like, this energy is so amazing. I really just feel elated. Like, absolutely elated. Oh, I feel like I need. No. I ain't gonna say that. It's okay. They'll keep me grounded. But I am grounded. I just feel like I've been sucking on helium. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whose spirit be coming while they sleeping? Hold on. Hold on. Because I see that. I know you're watched over while you're at rest. Oh yeah, there's definitely a spirit that's hanging around you. You pray. Oh, so hey, I don't know who you praying to. I pray it be the divine, the Holy Spirit, the one and only, the one true God. You know what I mean? But whomever and whatever you are calling on, they are actively with you every night. Every night that you pray, they are actively with you. So just know that, yeah. You open. Oh, that's so sweet. In some capacity, you have opened the door. Yes, for these spiritual. Wow. You know why? Because look at this. See, and I'm getting very much that it's two-way. It's bringing me back to that angel and a demon walking to a bar. Like, yo, you were protected from the dark by the dark, and you are protected in the light by those things that impersonate light. Like, it's not a joke, man. It not a joke. Your children are protected. Whoever I'm talking to, you spend a lot. I think you work overnight, is what I'm getting. Yeah. You might even be juggling two jobs, trying to hold it down, trying to play the roles of two people. I don't know if you're a single parent. I'm kind of picking that up. And I don't feel like it's like by choice, so I don't want to get into all of that. But whatever you are calling on, it is there. Okay? Yeah. It's funny. It could even be this child's father. I don't know what's going. I don't feel like they're there. Or if this was, oh wow. So okay, for somebody, you could have been pregnant with twins, but only one child was born. Wow. See, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Right. Six of Cups, Six of Swords. Right. There is a spirit child. That is so interesting. You thought maybe they did absorb the other one, but I don't want to get into that because that's like medical shit. But they're there as a protector. There's definitely a star being, some sort of spirit that is hanging around as a protector. That's wild. I'm also, oh wow, this is weird. Um, this is so off of what we were talking about. Wait a second, y'all. Okay. So for someone, you have incarnated with a entity attached to you from a previous incarnation. I don't know if they were your twin, but I really do. There's something like that. I'm getting a bunch of different things, y'all. And I feel like for someone in particular, I am talking to someone who's androgynous. I don't mean you got identity issues or nothing like that. You're not a part of any community of the sort. This is very different. You are very comfortable in your energies. And I feel like you ebb and flow from your masculine and feminine energy naturally. Oh, this is wild. It's like a twofer. So inside the cup, inside the vessel is the seed. The seed is taking root. Oh, this is wild. Like the over and then the under. And at a certain point, this energy needed to oh, this is wild. Descend into you or rise up that was already there but dormant. What the fuck? But it's y'all been sharing emotions and thoughts and they would probably try to say you had fucking borderline personality or some shit. This is wild. Oh. Oh. But because okay. Lord have mercy. No. Knight of Swords, High Priestess, Ace of Swords. There it is. Lovers. Hangman. I'm telling you. Ooh, what kind of person are you? Wow. You're giving Chimera vibes. What fucking DNA am I looking at? Yeah, you a magical motherfucker. I'm not kidding. Magician, Queen of Wands, Empress, Sun. No. You a magical motherfucker. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's that old soul shit. Like, yo, you a real anomaly. Whoever, woo, you chose the right path, right? But again, you are balanced. I cannot stress this enough. It's like you are the bar, right? Person, and inside at your bar, there is an angel and a demon. And fuck around and find out on who gonna show up. Okay? Okay. Wow. This makes sense why they kept saying, no, they're the same. They're the same because everybody got light, everybody got dark. You know, who you gonna tap into? You know, you gonna use restraint or you gonna get medieval? Oh shit, this is weird. And this judgment angel is sticking out. Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to calm down, but that is weird. That is so weird. They never see the flip side. And this page of pentacles, look how the pentacles turn. Like it's the combination, right? It's almost like somebody was trying to figure out how to bring this out of you. That's wild. But the energy that I'm picking up on, it's like you like Candyman, say my name 5 times and you'll appear type shit. Like this is wild. But if they say your name 5 times, this is what's going to show up. But the choice is, oh, see, we make a lot of assumptions that everybody has spent every incarnation as human, and that is not what this is. I don't feel like you've been human. I feel like you just come here. You just descend. Oh. Yeah, this is like a reconciliation of the spirit, of the soul. This is a very, very, very unique path. And I don't feel like everybody could touch this shit. This is super duper mastery. See? See how they're pouring into the... Man. Shit. Ah. Oh, Lord. Mm, mm, mm. Don't let this person's gender, because I know you're a female who I'm talking to. Don't let their gender be your undoing. Aphrodite is a goddess of war. Do you understand? Yeah. Let me pick them up. I am, because I wigged myself out with that one. Ooh, ooh. Because I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you are aware. You're not awake, baby. You are aware. And I feel like I just thought the sun was turned. They didn't want you to know this. They didn't want you to be aware of who and what you are. What in the world? You are karma. Yes. Yes. Yes, you are. Oh man. I really do feel like you the angel. You the angel, you the judgment angel in the flesh. Okay, let me stop. Oh, Lord help me. That's I just the Two of Cups to the King of Pentacles. Oh man. Oh, to the Chariot. Wow. Choose to ascend or remain here on this realm. I don't like that energy, yo. I don't. Okay. Hi. What else do we need to know about this Venus and Pisces? I don't necessarily care for that because I feel like someone could be attempting to prey upon your fears. I also feel like there could be a lot of very vivid dreams, more so than the first part with these cards. Like, you could be doing a lot of astral travel. Yeah. You know. Ooh. I will say it won't be boring. Yo, they play too much. It will not be boring. Look, it's gonna be suspenseful. Yo, y'all play too much. Suspenseful though. Hang. This is an illusion. I want you to challenge it. Okay. If you find yourself in any sort of fear-based anything, thoughts, challenge why. Go at it like a child. Why? I feel like you're gonna move through it very quickly anyway. Um, yeah. Oh. There could be, I'm saying like it's so funny they're putting this out. There could be travel delays, but don't do worst case scenario. Everything's gonna be fine. Nine of Swords to Temperance. Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, it could feel very much like an emotional roller coaster. I just saw the King of Swords, King of Cups to the Eight of Swords. Right. It's all going to work out to your benefit, okay? Everything's an opportunity, just looking at the full energy. Right. See, look. See? Block it out. See? It's very important to move about with joy and contentment. Eight of Cups, if I'm not mistaken, that is Pisces to the Fool. Right. Life is bountiful, it is abundant, and it's all ahead of you. Okay, it's very important to be in this very inspired energy. Okay, because it's call and response. If you think it, it's gonna happen. If you, I'm telling you, the veil is like not there. Oh, who is this? It's creeping. I keep seeing there's an Aquarius, I believe. Or is that Gemini? I thought that Seven of Swords is Aquarius. And what? It could be Aquarius and Venus. Oh, wait, that's not the one I want. No, it's the moon. So somebody definitely is creeping and sneaking around. To what end? But I will say, if your thoughts are about somebody tiptoeing around and creeping, don't manifest your worst fears, okay? But I will, I'm seeing here that someone who was a liar and a cheater in a relationship with you, this, and it's over, this person, and it was intimate, by the way. It wasn't a platonic situation. It's a lover who's trying to find a way in. I feel like this person could have been lying. Yeah, trying to manipulate a situation. Right. Trying to make themselves look good. I also feel like this person has high levels of attention seeking. Yeah. And I do feel like this is part of the reason why you ended this. But I feel like this person has been hiding the fact that y'all relationship is over. And if this was a relationship that was at a distance, there was some form of travel or, yeah, traversing involved, and you just mysteriously stopped, there's a lot of questions, a lot of suspense, a lot like people that this person doesn't have any answers for. Every time somebody asks them something about what happened, mums is the word. This person, I feel like energetically, spiritually speaking, has been trying to come to you and disturb you. Yeah, they definitely had an outside person. You have barred this person from your home. This could have even been somebody you rejected from a marriage proposal. Yeah, you decided. I feel like you could have been married to this person for some of you, because I'm looking at Justice to the Nine of Pentacles. And so, yes, I feel like if there was some more sort of legal action that was required to separate yourself to be independent, that's exactly what you did. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And it's so funny because people are like, y'all were so happy. What happened? I feel like when you walked away, you took all the abundance. You took all the 10 of cups. Ain't no sunshine. Right. You took everything when you left, by the way. Yes. The joy, the manifestation, the magic, the connection to source, the divine vessel, all that shit. It was all you. Surprise. Right. But this person is tiptoeing around. They want to get a new cycle start or get you back in the same pattern, the same loop, move back to a different timeline. This person is deceptive, is all outdoors, manipulative and cunning. Yeah, yeah. This person was barely giving you anything. I'm very much getting breadcrumb energy. I want to get out of it. Because I don't want them to commandeer this. But they are in a bind. This person doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of currently, okay? And so this is a homosexual, whoever this person is from your past, even if you were married to them. How about that? Yes, your ex-husband or ex-wife is now on the streets. Okay, okay. Yeah, but back to this beautiful Venusian energy in Pisces, right? Again, Pisces is the 12th house, right? And so whatever you've been putting out is what you will get back. But that dreamy energy, the divine could also be showing you via dreams during this transit of what is coming into fruition. And I mean that. The divine, they're showing you what you suffer for, why you've had to wait in this state of suspended animation or whatever this is. They are showing you. You are getting active downloads. Pay attention. Okay? Right. Karma, results of past acts, hidden supports. So there's a lot of hidden supports, right? Surprise. Okay, it's going to come in many, 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 many forms. So the divine is like, all you have to do, baby girl, baby boy, is ask me and I will deliver now. This is the moment. What you waiting for? What you want to do? And I'm not talking to one person because the fool represents the collective body. That is all of us. So if you've been putting out good and you've been like kind of humble, you ain't really been asking for too much, this is the moment to start asking. What do you want? Take your prayer. Look, that's the Ace of Pentacles is right on the bottom. What do you want? You want to hit the lottery? You want to be a millionaire? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, both. Both? Can I get both? Is that greedy? I don't think it's greedy. I'm trying to do generational stuff. You know what I mean? Like set up legacy. You know the plan. You know, that. They're like, okay, here it comes. Open your hands, Nine of Cups. What you want? You want a relationship? You want your soulmate? Okay, no problem. You want somebody who's going to protect you, who's going to guard you, somebody who's going to go slow with you. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. You want new? You want to reconcile? What do you want? You want a party? What do you want? Everything's yours. Right. There you go. That's where we at with it. That's this energy. That is what we're feeling. And so I've already given y'all the dates earlier in the reading. But let me just pull them back up because this is not a short transit. Again, on top of it, we have these Jupiterian influence. Again, the blessings are normally short when it comes to Jupiter because it's fast and it's quick but they're big. This is long lasting, okay? This is the good life. You got your list ready? I know we don't talk to Santa Claus, but we talk to Jesus, and Jesus is like, what you want? Right. Yo, they so funny. They're playing, you don't even believe in Jesus. Well, you got the Jesus piece on. Yeah, so for all of those fake ass people who claim one thing, who be in the church by day and be in the basement by night, you know the type. You know the ones who serve two masters. Y'all motherfuckers is on notice. Don't even put some prayers out. You might want to put your repentance out, okay? That's a different thing. Anyway, this transit, Venus in Pisces, will be from January 2nd to February 4th, right? And then we have the retrograde. Okay, and that March 27th to April 30th, right? Wait, am I reading that right? And then there's this brief like this action, right? That Aries fiery energy, right? March 1st through the 12th of April. So it's huge. Not to mention the 6 planets that will conjunct on the 30th of March. This is fucking huge. It's huge, and it's only going to get better. But again, oh, it's so funny. This is the time to prioritize yourself, love on you, nurture you, because, you know, the more you pour in, the more you receive. Oh, it's great. It's so great. Oh, right. I really do. It's wonderful. Look. This makes so much freaking sense. I haven't looked at all the planetary adjustments. And again, I'm not an astrologer, so even if I see all the transits happening on the calendars and the maps, I still need a little help sometimes interpreting what it is I'm looking at. I am always astute in my lovelies. But yeah, I'm reading here on Conscious Reminder, and they posted this a day ago. Venus and Pisces, important astrological dates, January 2nd, 2025. Venus gracefully transitions into Pisces, inviting an atmosphere of rich and spiritual fulfillment and deep love. This is January 14, 2025. It says Venus in Pisces squares Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. So, you know what I mean? There's these interesting conjunctions and squares happening. It's snowing! It's snowing. Okay, so if you're new here, I get really excited when it snows because it's in the whole sound frequency and understanding how the universe speaks to us and sacred geometry. Snowflakes are words of affirmation and love from the universe. Like, in order to get snowflakes to form, it has to be like, I love you, you're amazing, you're so kind, you're the bomb. Like, you have to say beautiful, beautiful words in order for snowflakes to form. And so whenever it snows, it's like, yo, we are pumping up the vibe. You know what I mean? Like we're putting it out. And so now we're getting this beautiful shower of these beautiful snowflakes. And it's like our father is saying, babies, I love you. Here you go. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Take this love. Take this love. That is my full interpretation of snowflakes and why my ass is so fucking giddy right now. It's awesome. Okay, so just pay attention to all of these things, okay? Um, yeah, loving it. And so again, controls the throat. So we gonna be talking, we gonna be spreading these positive vibes, we gonna be doing this, okay? Yes, 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 yes. We're gonna be spreading the good news. I saw the Page of Wands to the Ace of Swords. We're gonna be, yes, we're gonna spread this. Yes, we are, you know, and we're gonna tamp down the dark forces. Okay. Huh. Use your discernment. You know, the devil always lurking. You know, but beautiful for work rendered, services paid. Okay. It's a beautiful time. I love you guys. I'm gonna go. Bye.